Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the session, Bible Beats and Bars. I'm your host, Frederick Whitlow II. He said I need to use my government name now, so I'm gonna just do that. But Minister Fred, too, you already know the business. Hey, again, thank you for taking the time to tune in every Saturday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, if you're on the East Coast, you got to go up 1 hour at 3 p.m. If you're on the West Coast, throw them W's up, toss it back too. You already know 12 noon is on and popping PDT time. That's what's up. Did y'all get that PDT time? Anyway, and shout out to one of the young ladies in my club. She took my hat, so y'all gonna have to get this without a hat today. I don't know how we doing this, but my guest is amazing. So we'll just blame it on the rain, wherever the rain is. So listen, check out this show. Check it out. I'm serious all day, every day. Be sure to make sure you share this with everyone. I'm serious. Share it with them. YouTube channel, No More Dirty INC. Again, it's going to be an amazing show. We're talking about the amazing things that happen in Black and brown community. And this young lady is amazing. But before we do, hey, Professor, let's take them to a video. We're going to come back, and then you'll get a chance to meet my guest, and then she will be your guest and friend. No More Dirty.
I'm still in America. Beautiful, elegant, simple, and arrogant. It's penny hysteria after they shot at them schools in that new cafeteria. Don't sneak in our area, cause if you ain't patriotic, you might be a terrorist. I know it's embarrassing. We say united, we stand for divisions out there. No GED, no EBT, just BBL. That CDC say quarantine, my PPP say. Look at your race, what they gonna say? Stay in your place. Made a mistake, open the case, open the gates. Yeah, go ahead and pray for that visa. See how America treats you. We keep our history shrouded in mystery. Can't let them know all our secrets. Men become ladies. Ladies want more than some babies. They want to be treated like people. Land of the free, but the freedom ain't equal. We love our politics more than our people. Monday we evil, but Friday we good. Lululemon right there in your hood. If you in poverty, go win the lottery. Then we might treat you the way that we should. You can be anything. If you got money, so get it by any means. Hustle is muscle and you looking weak, so you better go get you some creatine. Get your weight up. Out here in America, man.
Hello. I'm still in America, where church is a Broadway production for relevance. We traded the kingdom to build an empire, so people don't trust us apparently. We worship economy. We'll kill our own babies to keep our autonomy. You mess with our Second Amendment, we probably gonna riot.
But take out the probably. I'm still in America. The coast where I live, we ain't speaking much English. We do all the labor and do all the cleaning, but we don't get treated like equals. Some of us trust in the law, some don't. Some law enforcement will save you from evil. You call them, and then again, some of them won't. Sometimes we cheat us to get our cheese up and take your piece of the pie. Sometimes we Caesar, sometimes we Jesus, and we might get crucified. We preach civil rights, have a civil fight. BLM might take your money, buy expensive flights. Daddy sending kites, mama full of sleepless nights. Base head, pipe dream, left wing, right wing, don't vote right, it's still on sight. Same gang, but we different colors. Forefathers, but none of us brothers. Some are born here, some are sworn here. Either live free or kill each other.
You got another one.
Oh man, welcome back to the session, Bible Beats and Bars. Hey, did you like that song?
I love that song, and I didn't know who it was until you mentioned it. I'm like, okay, he looks familiar.
That's Lecrae. You already know Reach Records, the one and only. Well, in the building, we have an amazing young lady. She's going to share a lot of great things with us this evening, and it's none other than Miss Martin. Martin, now your name is uniquely spelled. I saw that, and I was like, oh, what great way to bring in Black and Brown History, Black History Month. You know what I mean? I was like, wow. So tell us a little bit about your name.
My name is Riunita. It's actually should be spelled with an E.
Okay.
When I was born, the doctor actually wrote he signed and wrote your name on your birth certificate. So he spelled it wrong. So it should be
Oh,
an E at the end, and it is a bottle of wine. It's a 1970s bottle of wine. You remember the song Riunita on
yeah, yeah.
Ice? Riunita,
Reunity.
so nice. And I know you're a New Yorker, so my uncle that lives in Buffalo, New York, is the person that named me that because he saw the commercial
Wow.
and he
Wow.
thought it was a beautiful name, and
It is. It's a beautiful
that's what
name
my
and
mom
it's
went with. So
classy. You know what
it's
I'm saying?
Riunita.
It's rich. You know what I mean? It's fulfilling. It's like you gotta have this or else it's not good stuff.
I've heard every joke there is about my name. So
No,
everybody's
but I
like,
think it's a beautiful
I was
name.
like, well, was your mom drinking? Was your dad drinking? No, it came from my uncle.
Well, shout out to your uncle. So listen, we want to get right in, and I'm excited. And listen, folks, this is going to be a great, great interview. It's a great show because this young lady is doing some phenomenal things, and we wanted to make sure that throughout this month, and we do it all every month actually, but given that this is the month where we celebrate Black excellence and we celebrate the beauty of just being unique, but at the same time being able to connect and be a change agent. So with that being said, first of all, we always ask our guests, and the first thing is, do you have a favorite scripture and or do you have a favorite quote you live by? And if so, if you'd share with our viewers and also will be on the podcast side listeners as well.
My favorite scripture would be Psalm 91,
Psalms 91.
verse 1.
Okay.
And it says, he who dwells in the secret place of the Most High God shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I
Oh,
repeat that to myself on a regular basis.
okay. So why that scripture, not another one?
Well, that one says to me that God is always with me, no matter what. I just got to stay close to him. And even those times when maybe I'm not so close, he's still always with me. He's going to be a shadow. He's going to follow me everywhere I go, and he's going to be with me. And that gives me great confidence.
Wow.
Every time I repeat that to myself, I feel confident.
You know, when I was looking at your bio, your resume, your professional portfolio, I was like, wow, you're from the South, right?
I am Southern.
Yeah, and I'm glad we're starting this whole month and series off with you because it's something beautiful about the South when you have blackness, excellence, Southern hospitality, and then professionalism. So my next question is, understanding that you are about that, tell me what your passion is as relates to people, because it's gonna, we know where we're going, but I want them to kind of get to know you, and then we get in on them.
Well, my passion is
Talk a little.
centered around people, all things people.
Wow.
I love meeting new people. I love talking to people. I love hearing people's backstory. I love to hear where they're from, how they grew up, what was instilled in them when they were growing up, and even if it's different from what I was, even if it's different from how I was raised, or if the story is not the same as mine, I still like hearing it because it just goes to show the many differences that we have amongst people in this world. And I think it's important that we embrace the differences of other people. So I love people. I love getting to know people. I love hearing their stories, and I love helping people. I was raised in a very small town, probably 500 or less people.
Really?
Yes.
500 in the whole city.
In the whole
That includes a
town.
traffic light.
That includes one traffic
Oh,
light.
wow.
One traffic light.
What traffic light?
One
For real?
traffic light. Absolutely.
Woo.
So
Okay.
everybody knew each other. Everybody looked out for each other. So, and I was raised in that era where everybody on the block was your parent. So,
Yeah,
you if you did something, you were in trouble 2 or 3 times. So
Mm.
we learned how to take care of each other. We learned that community is important. And so my mother always stressed to us, and I have 3 other siblings, that community is important. You always give and help in the community where you live, but you also give and reach back to the community from which you came.
That is as a African American woman in the South that has her own but loves people. What motivates you outside the concept of seeing people come together?
Well, I have a purpose, and I'm clear on what my purpose is. And because I know what my purpose is, I also have to follow a calling that comes along with that purpose. And that is something that I wake up every day and say, how can I be used today? And I want to be used within my purpose. And I want to make sure that I'm following my calling on a regular basis. That's why I seek out, different groups and in the community and different people to see how I can help them. When I'm not seeking out people, they seek me out. And when they do, if I have an opportunity to help them, I don't pass that up.
Okay, so we're gonna go to a song. You got deep on us, and I'm gonna Professor, we're gonna pull up that song, Why You So Serious. She done got serious up here. We ain't even got to the juicy spot. I'm like she's like, and so it's so serious, my calling has called me in, and boom. So we're gonna go to this song. By The Truth. It's a classic too. And I was thinking about what song to kind of kick off your journey, and was praying about it, and then looking at some different things, and this one came up. So you're gonna enjoy this. It was a real classic. It's called Why You So Serious. Why is your why so serious? And she gonna give it to us, and you are gonna be like, oh man, I need to get serious about my why. Look, good God of mercy. We'll be right back to Session Bible Beats and Bars with the famous Riunita Martin. Let's go.
Things are changing, man. It's not good. Still asking why. It's Saturday morning, I'm up in the morning, but still kind of out of it. Knock on the door, witness of Jehovah. This time I'm not dodging her. But this time I'll invite him in. I'm hoping that I'll be quick. Boy, I just spent 6 months researching the counterfeits. Yeah. This ain't a matter of personal taste. Good, bad, and different. I started debate. I seen peaceful discussions that turn into hate. How about the topics divide us and conquer that drama divided the church and the state? Sex and divorce, they got questions about it. Abortions and babies that's birthed out of rape. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, why you so serious? Yeah. Why you always got a problem, man? Oh, here they go. Oh, no, not again. Oh, why you so serious? Why you so serious? Why you so serious? Y'all need to lighten up. Y'all need to lighten up. All I keep hearing is, yeah. Man, y'all need to lighten up. I know. Can't find no fairness. Can't find. Man, y'all got us fired up. I got it. Now I'm just curious. My manager called with an interview. I told him, give me a second. Wait a minute. I don't want to talk if it's going to be trivial questions. I just want to go to colleges and sit on panel discussions, get in or whatever. I do not want to spend 20 minutes on the phone talking about any millennials racking up. Yeah, it's my boy. Too much going on for the talk to be superficial. People are hurting and they need us to help them deal with deep-rooted issues. Let's get to the heart of it. The talk is too small, I guess. Let's get into something deep. I never have to sign another autograph. Yeah. Got up the stage and the girl just walked up to me. With tears in her eyes, she broke down and cried, said, man, I no longer want to live. Another came, she grew up in the church, said, I don't know what I believe in. Another came and said, would you pray for my friend? She keep cutting it, I don't want her to bleed. Oh, why you so serious? Yeah. Why you always got a problem, man? Oh, here they go. Oh, no, not again. Oh, why you so serious? Why you so serious? Why you so serious? Y'all need to lighten up. Y'all need to lighten up. All I keep hearing is, yeah. Man, y'all need to lighten up. I know. Can't find no fairness. Can't find. Man, y'all got us fired up. I got us. Now I'm just curious. Who left that open door? Huh? Supreme Court is doing exactly what I talked about on Love, Hope, and War. Need a mental vacation, but how can I take it when I just saw standing ovations from people that just literally sold their soul at the temple of Satan? Still need a reason why he dressed like the Joker and shot up the movies, then innocent people die. Guess he was in his feelings. Church shootings and his campus killings. Media, they will not call it hate. They just keep saying this mental illness. Oh, people are panicking. They need us to answer them. If I don't put truth in my music, they can go to the streets and get it from Farrakhan. So why be so serious? Life is too troublesome. People are dying of hunger and thirst. Why would I give them bubble gum? I wish I could dumb it down, but I don't want that blood on my face. I will not calm it down. I just want them to see the sun of God. I just want them to see the sun.
Yo, it's AI The Anomaly, and right now you're streaming the Sessions Bible Beats and Bars. Stay locked in, stay listening, stay dope.
Hey, welcome back to the session, Bible Beats and Bars. I'm your host, Fred Whitlow II, aka Minister Fred 2, hanging out with the Martin, the real Martin. I'm talking about the Martin where there's 500 people in the city and a traffic light.
That's it. That's me. That's me. I'm proud of it.
Hey, you know what though? But I think what's so amazing is that this is why we can't count people out or communities out. Like we really can't do that. Like if just because you live in a larger city, a medium-sized city, a small city, maybe you lived in, some people back in the day they were birthed in an alley, and they're so super successful, very humble, because at the end of the day, when we find ourselves in whatever space, which is one of the big reasons why we're talking to you today, is because you are doing amazing things coming from a small beginning.
Thank you. I appreciate
So
it.
no, I think it's amazing. And I met her at Arts Huntsville. We was all these different people in different places and spaces, and it's like you never know until you have the conversation or introduce yourself or someone introduces you. So let's talk about your journey. You started somewhere small town, and then you said, listen, I love people, my wise people, this and that. And then you came up with a company. Let's talk about your company, because your company is super dope. Yo, it's super dope.
you,
Seriously, I'm serious. Go ahead, tell them about just the name of your company.
Well, the name of my company is Career Access Unlimited.
Wait, did y'all hear that? Career Access Unlimited. That sounds like 3 different companies in one. So like I was like, when I saw that, and I was like, yo, and we were talking about, different creatives, and then we said, let's find something in the tech in creative space that's still ethnic, it's urbanomics,
Right.
but it's real classy, and it fits in our market, in the market of technology and STEM. So tell us about the company. How did you come up with that?
Well, I'm glad you actually said that. I put a lot of thought into the name of this company.
Okay.
It took me a year to get this, finalized and at least launched. But all year long, I thought about what I would name this company, and I came up with Career Access Unlimited because I believe that if you have the proper access to your career goals, there is unlimited things that you can do in your career as long as you have the correct access.
Woo!
Access is important. It's important.
Why are you so serious? No, that's
Because-
so. But just the thought process in your love and your belief of seeing people successful, the why, and then to take that much time to build out a concept that becomes a company that's founded, that's making significant differences in communities of color and communities of rural and urban nature, and then government.
Right, absolutely.
Like you did a flip on government companies, and then you're African American minority, woman minority, and in a small and in a big fish in the ocean. You know what I mean?
That's definitely right. Like I said, I had a thought, and I was able to work on this thought and continue to think. But I wanted to make sure that when I created this, that it meant something. It really, really meant something, and every aspect of it meant something, at least to me.
Right.
So that when I do tell my story, I can get other people to see that it meant something to me.
Right.
That in hopes that it would mean something to them as well. I mean, even the colors mean something as well. The color is blue.
Yeah.
Blue is for intelligence.
Thank you very much. That's my favorite color. Thank you, people. Thank you so much. No.
Blue, as it relates to HR, is it means intelligence
Okay.
and trust. And there's in my emblem, there's a white C in the middle. And
Wow.
whenever you add white or black to anything, that means you're adding a touch of class.
Woo!
So white is for class, and like I say, intelligence and trust are the colors, and again, the name itself. So, like I said, everything about it means something to me.
Wow. When you sent me your information, and I went and did my own little Google research and made some calls. I got to make sure you straight coming on the show. You can't be messing with my folk. You ain't right, but you are. She's amazing. You all. She's amazing. I love these three words that stick out all through your concept, your website, your whole nine. It's integrity, it's trust, and it's growth. Come on, let's talk about
All
that
right.
because that right there got me. And I was like, yeah, she got to come on the show. She got to set the whole month off up here for real, for real.
And of course, that means something too. Um, I chose those phrases because I'm always going to speak and act with integrity. That you can count on. Anytime you do business with me, I'm always going to speak and act with integrity. Also, if you trust me, if you can just trust me with your goals, with your career goals and your ambition and where you want to go, then I can help you grow. And that's what that means.
So I want you to look at the folk because that's where you're going. Someone comes up to you, downtrodden, trying to figure out life, got an amazing idea, but don't know where to start. Why should they come see you and not some other organization or company?
Well, because I've done this for quite some time. I have a 21-year career in corporate business, and I feel like I've made a lot of mistakes, and I've got a lot of things right too. So, someone who's just getting into the workforce or just going into the workforce, I can relate to because I remember when I got into the workforce, but I had a lot of help. And so now I want to pay it forward and
Yeah.
teach people what I know. I mean, I've worked over four different industries
Wow.
in 21 years. So I've learned a lot. I've learned how to do things several different ways based on the industry that I'm in. So I have a wealth of knowledge that I'm willing to share with someone else. And actually, I prefer to catch them when they're going into the workforce. Like, I wear my son out. He's 21. So yeah, he's already tired.
I don't even know why we got to keep doing this, Mom. You're just trying to killing me.
So I'm always trying to prep him. So yes. So I have a wealth of knowledge, and I think that I can relate to people, and I always lead with empathy. So I do think that I would be the right person for someone to come and talk to. I think that we would more than likely we would vibe. I vibe well with everybody. So, and again, I'm a people person. So
Okay, so I was thinking about going to a song. Let's go to a song, Professor, and then I want you to come back and let's talk about those tenets, those things that you do. I think it's 4 or 5,
Right.
and then I want to close with a DEI B
okay, all right.
because
Sounds
I
good.
think it's important, especially because I love the fact that you're not just concerned about careers, but helping people to navigate that space. And so there's a song by AI Anonymous. That's the young lady that introduced the show when we were coming back, and she's a female MC. She's amazing. She's my favorite. So, and she broke the barriers. She was like, she was on. There's like in Christian hip hop or clean hip hop, there are not a lot of females that drop bars or they can rap, and it's clean, and you still keep your female swag and your saving sexiness, you know what I mean, and all that stuff. So we wanted to dedicate this song to you. It's called Grown Woman, because no matter where you come from, sisters, like this one right here, sitting right next to me, she grown and she doing big things. We'll be right back to session Bible Beats and Bars with Riunita. I got it. Did I get it right? All right, we'll be right back.
Grown woman. Yeah. She see boy, she be working with her hands. Yeah, that's a grown woman. Grind for the cause, hustle in advance. Yeah, that's a grown woman. respect from a man. Mine don't expand. Yeah, that's a grown woman. Stack up the bands, spend it on the land. Yeah, that's a grown woman. Woman, pack light and keep your faith right. God first when we aim. It don't matter what the daylight, cause dark gon' come. So prepare in the daylight. Life move quick, it don't wait for your right time. Woman, what your weight like? Burdens got you buried in a late night. Got you moving slow, grown women, we acknowledge it, growing, then move it on. Let go of all your calluses, learning to carry on. A grown woman work to balance emotions and weakest moments. I fail plenty like Danny, I pick it up, keep it going. I rise late in the night, my hubby trusted my grind. I serve him love of my life, I pack the sword for the fight. I teach my kids how to live, to love, give, and ignite. Wait, they talking real, we tryna own. What a real estate. You let us in a room, we gon' renovate. We planting heavy later, harvest on a dinner plate. Wait. Don't watch us innovate. The real ones keep it Benny Frake, sis, never imitate. A village full of women with the faith that'll elevate. Grown woman business, we be reppin' with the heavyweight. We on a grown woman business. Why you in your feelings? You could come with us. We be on a whole nother village. And knowing this, but it's a whole lot of critics. We bring a lot of grown women with us. Respect me like a grown woman. You looking at a grown woman. And we be on a grown woman. You looking at a grown woman. They should wanna be in our vicinity. With sanities and body credit, therapy and golly deeds. I'll tell the truth for shame the beast. And make every percent of me an enemy to anything against the king. Queen, girl, you better represent what excellence you grown. Yeah, sure to do it, help you do that on your own. Say unashamed with your name, all them things you'd overcome. And never refrain from relaying, displaying how it's done. I reckon something missing is the misconception that world life's a hype that won't look like the next one. And all that vain advice, the world disguised as blessed, son. They tell you go do what you want, you earned your session. To be the rudest, to be the crudest, to feed excuses, to bring influence, to speak is stupid, so fluent. You should be moving with order, steps could be ruling with guidance that you like. Even the garden went wild, you know how that ends. No one wonders about that nakedness you sport. Maybe it's boredom, but what our daughters see is important. Look, yo, if you disagree, the grown woman meet at 3. I pray we sway you over TV on that grown woman business. Why you in your feelings? You could come with us. We be on a whole nother village. And on this level, it's a whole lot of critics. We bring a lot of grown women with us. Respect me like a grown woman. You looking at a grown woman. And we be on a grown woman. You looking at a grown woman.
The No More Dirty TV show, hosted by Minister Fred 2, airing the cleanest and dopest music videos in the industry every Wednesday and Friday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on the No More Dirty Inc. YouTube channel. We got clean, positive Christian hip-hop and urban music for your viewing and listening pleasure. We also have music video exclusives, interviews, cyclists, life lessons, and more. Make sure to follow us at Minister Fred 2, at No More Dirty Inc., and at No More Dirty Radio Show. For more information, email us at info@nomoredirty.org or call 256-698-9749. The No More Dirty TV Show. Connect with us. Tune in.
You'll be on that grown woman. And welcome back to the session. You already know the business.
That song was pretty hot.
Ain't it cool?
It's pretty
She's
hot.
like, we in another whole level because we a grown woman. We got a whole community bring us in like that. Shout out to my man, Professor X, always keeping us right. Hey, Professor, let's give him a up tip of what we do every weekend. So every Friday evening, we make sure that we feature some great content. So every Friday evening at 7:30 Central Standard Time is the No More Dirty TV show. 7:30 on Wednesdays now. We added another day, so not just on Friday evenings at 7:30, also on Wednesdays. You don't want to miss it. If you have music, if you have amazing art videos, the whole concept, please get at us at info@nomoredirty.org or go to our website. Then on Saturdays, you already know, like what we're doing right now, you already know the business is on and popping. It's the session, Bible, Beats, and Bars. And it's really transformative talk. So even though you see the Bible, you see the beats and the bars, you get a plethora of great, great concepts, entertainment, and you get the content that you like. You can be a better person, a better you, live your best life and have your best self on the stage every time you come out the gate. You know what I mean? And then on Sunday, oh my goodness, here we go. It's on and pop. The whole squad, the mad crew. It's the No More Dirty Radio Show. Listen, you got 7 people coming at you in 1 hour. I don't even know how that happens, sis. We just started this. It was number 1. We all over the place. So you got Coach Joe, you got life lessons with him, DJ Sam Smite, DJ Scissorhand, and DJ Teeth. I don't know where you get 3 DJs doing mixes every week. And then you be like, oh, and then you get some of that social stuff that get your mind right. And then you get a little of that God peace and you get out there and I'll be like, yo, all right, bye. So we do that every Sunday. I'm telling you, G93 at 5 p.m. 6 p.m. we do it on We Up 103.1 right in the valley. You already know the business. And they have an app too. That's 6 o'clock in the evening, Central Standard Time. So if you're on another coast, figure it out. And then on Mondays, we rocking worldwide with envision-radio.com. And that's Mondays at what time is that? 4 o'clock? 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. Thank you very much for reminding me of had a short relapse because I'm with a grown woman. Now bring her back in here so we can get in on these topics. So you got four or five different areas that you deal with, and it's an HR company. Tell them about what kind of company is it specifically?
Yes, HR consultant.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a HR consulting company, and I've started with offering at least 4 services for now, and they will grow as I grow. So
okay, for sure. So let's get in on the first 2. Let's start with the first one. Interview prep. What's up?
Interview prep is basically prepping you for the interview. So with interview prep, we would have a one-on-one session, and again, these sessions are virtual as well. I need to say that good. So that I can take clients from all over, anywhere. Right. So they're virtual. So we would have a session on just going through industry standard questions, and I can teach you how to respond to those questions once you're asked.
Wow.
And what those questions mean. So it's important to know what they mean.
That is deep. Because when I did an interview, I was like so lost. They hit you like backdoor. Right. It was a simple question like, so what's your tell us why you chose this, and then how would that meet the need of X, Y, and Z? And you're like, y'all didn't tell me to prepare for this.
So yeah, if you know why the interviewer is asking the question and what they mean when they ask that question, then you know how to answer. So something as simple as for someone to ask you, tell me about yourself. Mm-hmm. I asked my son that, and my son first thing he told me was his age and what school he's in, but that's not what I'm looking for. Right. So when I ask you to tell me about yourself, I'm asking you to tell me about your professional self. What have you done professionally? Tell me about your career, not your personal self.
Ooh, so like y'all wait, hold up. Did you all get that? Listen, that's y'all getting this for free. She goes, hey, professor, put her website up there, the info, so they can get this is free. This is free. But you're gonna have to, hey, the gospel is free, but it costs. So it's gonna cost a little bit. But I think that's so important because a lot of times when those open-ended questions is really to see if you're a critical thinker, right, in terms of a career and not just I need to work.
Exactly. So again, it's important to know why the question is being asked, and then you can prepare on how to answer the question. But there's definitely a format in answering the question as well. So we would go through that with interview preparation.
See, y'all thought this was just gonna be a joking show. This is serious. You talking about you want to listen, everybody talking about they want to get the bag.
Yep, that's it. That's
and
what
they can't answer
a
right question. And they giving you the question, see if you're worthy of the bag, man. Sis, you're worthy of the bag. It's a real situation. All right, 2 mock interviews. So wait. Now let me do a precursor disclaimer. Now, we was in high school, we was in college, they give you those them quickie lessons, interview, and you be like mock and acting like you really know what you're doing. You don't know, you really don't know what you're doing. Tell us what we need to be doing.
We did that. We did that in school too. We did that. But no, with the mock interviewing, it's even if you haven't worked with me with interview prep and you've worked on your own or with someone else, but if you contact me and say I want you to take me through the interview process, then I'll take you through a full interview, and I'll ask you industry specific questions based off the industry you say you're in or you're trying to move to. They may not be the exact questions that you're asked in an interview, but the goal of it is to get you in the flow of answering questions, and
Right.
they get you in the flow of having a conversation.
Right.
Because I want people to understand that an interview is not you just sitting and someone throwing questions at you. It should be a two-way conversation. And in that two-way conversation, I tell people this all the time just to try to, relieve their nerves. It's a two-way conversation. And it's just that they get to go first, and then you get to go. You get to go next. So it's fair.
Calm down, girl. Calm down, bro.
It's fair. So just like they're coming with their questions, you should come with your questions as well. So they're going to get their turn. It's like you're going to get yours. So it's fair. It's a two-way conversation, and that's the way I tell people. So that I tell people to prepare for it, so that they don't feel so nervous. And that's exactly the way it should be. So I'll take them through a full mock interview, give them feedback on how they responded to the questions. And then, of course, they can take what they want and do with that, whatever they choose.
So before we go, I want to do the other two, because I think these other two are really heavy. Why don't you just give them your website? We're going to also put it up and then share it on our platforms as well.
Well, I'll give my email address. The website is actually, it should be completed by the end of this week. We're working on that. But the email address is info@caunlimited.org. So that's info@careeraccessunlimited.org. The CA stands for career access.
Okay. I love that. info@caunlimited.org. Okay. Now, these other two are bananas. Because I remember when I finally got the job, right? And then I had to negotiate not just my salary, but then there was once you get into a position, then it's strategies. So let's talk about negotiation strategies, right? Because that, like, a lot of people are like, well, I got the job, and then they hit you with that negotiation. You feeling some kind of way.
Well, you should negotiate whatever you feel is important to you.
Wait, say that again. Wait, say that. Look, say that again.
You should negotiate whatever you feel is important to you.
Why?
Because your salary is just one part of the job.
Oh, wait, say it again. Your salary
is just one part of the job.
One part, people.
It's just one part of your benefits.
So what's the other part
that makes sense? Medical coverage.
Come on now.
You have PTO.
Wait. Let's go back to medical. You want your teeth to look right, and you ain't got to pay so much money, $200 just to walk in for them 30 minutes, and that's $200 to $500 just to walk in.
Right. So you're right. You're absolutely right, and that's important to have. But you have PTO, which is your paid time off, which is your vacation.
Lord, I'm so glad.
You have sick time. So and some companies offer it all in one bucket, and then you have other companies that separate it into separate buckets. But again, you should negotiate what's important to you. If you have to commute, how much you think you're going to be spending to commute. You need to include that in what you're asking for to make sure that your salary is where you need it to be. Are you working on the weekends? If you're working on the weekends, do you require a shift diff?
Wait. Did you hear that shift?
Like a shift differential where you get paid a little bit more per hour because you're working on the weekends. All these things need to be considered. If
I'm working the weekend, I'm going to have to get another day off during the week. Y'all ain't gonna work me to death. I don't know why you think you'll work me. No, I'm just kidding.
but you should, if that's important to you, you should negotiate what's important to you. So if those things are important to you, then you need to know how to package all of those things into a package, and you need to know how to deliver that if you're going to negotiate. If you're not going to accept the first offer.
Okay, so again, Professor, put her email back up. See, y'all thought this was just gonna be some basic situation during the beginning kickoff of the celebration of us Black people. So listen, this is real good stuff. And this is just a conversation. Imagine sitting virtually or either in her office and you having this conversation and your mind is blown. And when you walk into the job interview, or you walk in and you blow them away because you're prepared.
Right, absolutely. I tell people all the time, if you can interview well, you can have whatever job you want.
Woo!
I'm a witness of that.
Okay, I might have to go and see you too. I do okay, but I might have to come back. I'm trying to get more.
If you can interview well,
let's get some more.
You can have whatever job you want.
All right, so let's do the fourth one. This one now, listen, folks, and we're gonna go to another song, but I got to give you this one. Professional coaching and development. Now, wait, no. Let's go to a song. Wait, because that's gonna take us around the world. And so, Professor, let's take it to another song. Let's give him some Eshawn Burgundy. It's called Blessings, because when you know what you're doing, you can command the blessings by the way you articulate what it is you want. Did I get that?
Amen.
Right? I've been sitting under her at least an hour and a half. We'll be right back.
Blessings, it's bringing me joy. Blessings, I receive blessings. It's bringing me joy. Blessings, I receive blessings falling down on me. It keeps bringing me joy. Each new blessing I receive, it keeps bringing me joy.
Hallelujah. Yeah. I receive blessed miracles. I can't tell you what happened. 1 minute feeling hopeless, the next minute we laughing. Medical conditions met with the power of fasting. Learning secrets that are frequently kept from the masses. I'm blessed in the city, blessed in the field. Blessed to have everything available in your will. Blessed to overcome my flesh, it be giving me chills. Blessed to see humility can destroy and rebuild. My wife's womb is blessed even though we lost you. Revelation of blessing, the situation was awful. A weapon form, my wife almost lost her light, but I called you. Then she woke up, guess that demon got his throat cut. Relationship tribulations, they almost broke us. Formerly under pressure, I wasn't solid, I would fold up. Scared to stand on what I said I believe. But you know what? Blessings come down when faith and obedience go up. Blessings, 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 blessings.
It's bringing me joy. Blessings, I receive blessings. It's bringing me joy. Blessings, I receive blessings falling down on me. It keeps bringing me joy. Each new blessing I receive, it keeps bringing me joy.
Yeah. Blessed with your conviction when I sin. Blessed with the addiction to repent. Yeah. Blessed with the desire to be righteous. I remember a time when I was nothing like this, yeah. I remember when what I wanted was what I wanted. No discipline, no wise judgment. That's when my God was my stomach. And it's pride for destruction, arrogance for you start crashing. Felt the repercussions, turned from sin and started fasting. 9 to 5 for a paycheck, till you gave me my passion. For the time being, I gave my family an African address to give us peace from police and American madness. Give us an upright heart so we serve you with gladness. Thankful for every breath you've allowed me to breathe. For every form of success you've allowed me to reach. For every time you let me speak to your people and preach. For a wife with a personal standard of a queen. Her accountability helped me become a king. A loving mother to my seeds, a blessing indeed. In preparation for Shabbat, she cooking a feast. Taught my children how to worship and taught them to read. Father, you keep saving me from the powers that be. You'll never let the enemy devour Jacob's seed. I live in reverse of every curse in Deuteronomy. I can forsake possessions. True blessing is your inner peace. Blessings, 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 blessings.
It's bringing me joy. Blessings, I receive blessings. It's bringing me falling down on me. It keeps bringing me joy. Each new blessing I receive, it keeps bringing me joy.
Hallelujah. If you're listening to this, may the blessing of the Most High be upon you and your family. May you forsake this world, repent for your sin, and turn and live a righteous life. Hallelujah. All praise to the Most High.
Hey, welcome back to the session, Bible Beats and Bars with Riunita. I almost said the other song. Yeah, listen, we were back. We were we were talking about, back in the day. They'd be like, he just left his job. He had a good job. That was so funny.
One of them good paying jobs.
One of them good paying jobs. We're going to pray for him.
Yeah, you got to go before the church if you quit.
He ain't coming back in my house. He loses his job. But listen, it's so important. These other two that I definitely want to tackle, and I think we just going to be a little bit, because I think at the end of the day, if you're not prepared for a career, you can pray about it, you can wish about it, you can think about it, you can even write it out. But if you don't have the necessary tools, and these last two I really like you were sharing earlier, it's professional coaching and development. Why is that so important? And I'm gonna just say, why is that so important, especially for us as Black folk? Like, I wasn't taught this growing up.
Oh, absolutely.
Talk to the folk.
My motto is that I want to help people navigate the workplace with confidence.
With confidence.
With confidence.
Ooh, I love that.
And in order to do that, there's 4 things that you have to have. You've got to have the right tools, which are skills. You have to have support. You have to have mentorship, and you have to have coaching. And if you can get all those things and master those things, then you can navigate the workplace with confidence. You can move however you need to move because you know how to do it. With professional coaching and development, it's basically a career counseling session with me, where you tell me where you are, where you want to go. You tell me what your goals are, and we create an action around those goals so that you can get there. And we do that by using those 4 things that I just spoke about. A lot of people are sometimes stuck. They feel stuck
right.
in where they are in their career, but that doesn't mean you can't pivot to something else. I had somebody reach out to me recently, 28 years at the same job.
Okay.
He's been in leadership majority of those years, and it's not fulfilling anymore. And his first question was, what do I do to get out of this? And a lot of people just don't know, but it is possible. It's definitely possible. So basically, like I said before, it's a career counseling session where I coach you based off of what you tell me it is that you want to do and where you want to go. And I create an action around it, and we work through that action plan to get you there.
I want to land a plane. I'm always try to land a plane like really smooth, like I really know what I'm doing here. And so, but I do want to bring this to the relevancy of us as Black people and of African and African American descent, especially now in the now season. And that let's talk about diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging, and how all of that, how important is that, and why is it important? Because some people say it ain't no big deal. You had affirmative action at one point, then you had advocating what is inclusion, and now we got diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. So share a little about that from your professional perspective, and especially when you're talking about HR and career access unlimited.
Well, here's the thing. The world is made up of so many different people. We have so many different people, so many cultures, so many backgrounds, so many stories. I mean, they're from different places. It's just the world is made up of so many different people.
Right.
So when it comes to the workplace or the workforce, why not, if all of these people are included in the workforce, why not make them feel that way? When I say that they're
Right.
included,
Right.
meaning they work at these places, but when they work there, some of them don't have a voice. They don't have a
Right.
voice. They're not heard. They don't have a seat at the table. They're not included in groups, but I think they should be. They're part of what makes an organization what it is. And I don't think that there should be just one group that's heard all the time over another group. Everyone should be included. Everyone should feel included. Everyone should feel that they belong in a certain group, or they belong in a certain space, or they belong in a certain organization. And they don't have to feel that they don't belong there because of their age or their race or their gender. Um, Again, if the world is made up of all of these people, why not just include everyone and
Right.
allow everyone the same opportunity of being able to voice their opinion, being heard, being allowed in groups, and to make them feel like they're a part of the team.
Right. And I'm going to say this, and I love the way you shared that, because at the end of the day, and I'm saying I'm going to speak specifically to those of us who are Black.
Mhm.
Imagine understanding your value and having a voice at your job or your workplace. It changes it from a place where I'm just going to work to a place where we are in the workforce and we're growing.
Oh, absolutely. And
That is, I know when I'm in my space in my workforce workplace, and it's just amazing because I get along. So I feel like I belong.
right,
Then I don't have problem going out and doing a little extra if you need my help
right, absolutely.
on the clock.
hmm Well, I've been in spaces and organizations where I felt like I didn't belong. I didn't feel like I
Yeah, yeah.
belonged.
I
I
got
did
you.
not feel like I was included. And I've been in organizations where I was the only Black person on the team,
Wow.
or I've been in places where I was the second Black person
Wow.
on
Yeah.
the team or in the building.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
so,
I get
so,
it.
I mean, that's a lot, and it weighs really heavy on you, especially for me coming from a place where it was a culture shock to me. I'll say that because I came
Wow.
from a
Yeah.
place where I was 11 years and I never witnessed that before. I had
Wow.
never witnessed that before. I mean, where I came from,
Uh-huh.
it was totally diverse. I mean, people from wherever you can imagine
Wow.
worked in the building with me, and we all worked as a team, as a
Right.
group, and so to go somewhere and I'm the only Black person there, or I'm the second Black person there, was a shock for me.
And I think again, it goes back, it speaks volumes to what your reasoning for coming up with Career Access
Mhm.
Unlimited, the company,
Right,
because you're really helping people to be able to find their space and find their belonging in the workplace or the workforce. I want to finale with this one. This question is, what would you say would be the key to long term um, diversity, equity, inclusion as it relates to HR?
for long term, you said
Yes,
long term.
or should it be long term? It don't have to be,
Well,
but I mean,
no, it should be long
okay.
term, and
So yes, that's how I want to.
well, from my perspective, I would say being an employee experience advocate, and that is what I consider myself to be. You can advise, and that's what we do. We advise leadership, and of course, they ultimately make the decision. But you can advise, and you can also advocate at the same time. And a lot of people don't think they can. They think that if they advise on something, and that person doesn't take their response, they can't advocate, but you can still advocate as well. So
Wow.
advising and advocating, you can do those things. So for me, is advocating and making sure that you have made a decision as to what type of person you're going to be, what type of human resource professional you're going to be. And when you make the decision, stick to it. So I've made the decision that I'm going to do what's right.
Mm,
So, regardless to what decision is made by leadership or anyone else, I know that what I said was right, and what I brought to them was for them to do the right thing. And any choice made after that, I can't hold on to it, but I can still advocate.
Right. And actually, that's what should happen.
That's exactly what should happen. That is exactly what should happen. And unfortunately, in our field, there are some people who don't think that that's the way it should go. And, that's okay. That's why I say you have to know who you are.
And that's why you need to get in touch with this young lady. Professor, put that email back up. And I'm gonna close out with a prayer, and then we're gonna get into this last song. And I can't wait to hear this one. So look, we picked these songs just for you.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I've loved all of them. So I know I'm going to love the last one as well.
So again, listen, we want to say thank you for taking the time to tune in and listen, but we want you to glean and get in touch with her. Listen, make the call, send the email, make it happen. If you really want the bag, make it happen.
That's right. You
Give
nailed
her
it.
your feedback. Hit us up, nomoredirty.org, because I'm gonna send you to her. I don't. That's not my job. My job is to lead you to good success. The bag. You know what I mean?
That's absolutely right.
She's laughing. I'm dead. I'm very serious, y'all. Y'all know I'm animated. But so listen, want to say thank you for tuning in. A shout out to my man Professor X, always doing big things. Again, we want to say thank you for really being intentional about your why and being intentional about us.
Thank you. Thank you.
And for us who, I'm going to say this, have gone through some real tough times in the workplace, please reach out to her. Smart can do some really good and help you be your best self, help you find the career and maybe navigate that career choices and spaces and be the person that you want to be, the peer person that, and then choose the path, really, and be able to negotiate that. I mean, listen, if you know what to say, you know how to counter.
Yes.
You know how to do a mock interview and then do a real interview when somebody say, well, what do you think about this articulation? Well, thank you for asking that question. I think, in my perspective, is, but if you don't know what you're doing, they're gonna say, well, we're just gonna pay you $8 an hour. Listen, bro, you can't do nothing with $8 a month. The average cost of living is $16.79, and that's barely hitting low middle class.
That's right.
So if you don't know what you're doing, I suggest strongly that you check out this email, info@CAUunlimited.org. Okay, so make sure you check that out. All right, let's pray. So, God, we want to say thank you. Thank you for giving us some great nuggets today. Thank you for the truth. Thank you for integrity. Thank you for career. Thank you for advocacy. Thank you for Miss Martin, and I thank you for her business, Career Access Unlimited. And we pray that you'll continue to bless her over and abundantly. But then we ask, Lord, that as a result of this show and the information that has been shared, that someone will say, hey, I want better for myself. And so we'll be sure to give you the honor and praise in the worthy name of he who makes all things well, as Jesus Christ, Yahshua the Christ. Amen.
Amen.
And make sure you give us your feedback. So listen, we love for you to come check us out, support, and don't forget the show, man. March 18th is going down, eventbrite.com. Hey, throw that up there, bro, as we get up out of here. And we're going to give you this song. Thizzle got a good song. This one's wide open now. Got to give him the boom bap. And it's called I Might Do It. I'm daring you. Like, we are encouraging. You better do something with your life. Don't be just taking anything from anybody. And they say anything in the workplace and treat you any kind of way. No, stop.
That's right. That's right.
Call her.
Give me a call.
Yeah, give her a call. We ain't talking about the insurance man. Give her a call. Miss Martin. Email her. All right, we'll see you next week. Oh, Monday, you can check it out. Monday at 7:32. All right, we'll see you later. Hey, sings and have a great one. Peace.
I swear they never believed us, but it's full course, 4 seasons. I just came back like I'm Jesus. This is a pledge of allegiance. Had to see it to receive it. Lifestyle against species. Even if we got agreements, still be pledging allegiance. Still be pledging allegiance. Hand on my heart like I got trouble breathing. Handle the bread on my plate, I'm a deacon. Run with the force you can see in the creases. Mama just saw me rap on BET. That's all we was watching, we off EBT. Had to get high so I dodged the degrees. Walk a mile in my jeans, it's not what it seems. Homo supported, I sing on the corner when I was a junior to make me a band. Not supposed to be where I'm at, but I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, this all part of the plan. Relations divided by dollars. We got our strengths cause we keeping it solid. It's not by a thread to know that I'm him. I carry BA with me, know I'm a gem. They never believe this, but it's full course, 4 seasons. I just came back like I'm Jesus. This is a pledge of allegiance. Had to see it to receive it. Lifestyle against species. Even if we got agreements,
yeah, still be pledging allegiance. Here we go. One nation under God, that's on God. I know he gon' provide with a 9. Preach on a big mic, I'm not tired. Catching the big fish, better ride. Came out the water, I'm alive. Kicking that Maya low, still I ride. Straight out the corner, X minimize. I want all kind of bits for the guys. Get out the way, I do not want a belly. Cutting my children, collect on the celly. Came from the kitchen, no food on my belly. We had no AC, I turned on some Nelly. I get a shot, I'ma shoot with no hezzy. I know they banking on me like I'm Desi. Lift up the city and prayers too heavy. Took off the T, put the cross on the Chevy. I used to drip and be broke like a levy. Now I fight demons like I am 11. You see no stranger when you get to heaven. Jesus come back, it's a rap like a studio session. We ain't gonna learn your lesson. We ain't gonna sing confessions. Why you don't count your blessings?
I swear they never believe us, but it's full course, 4 seasons. I just came back like I'm Jesus. This is a pledge of allegiance. Had to see it to receive it. Lifestyle against species. Even if we got agreements, still be pledging allegiance. Still be pledging allegiance.
Had to go nuts, I rip on the feature. Say they ain't no, so you know I'ma brief them. Know I'ma say what I see like Ezekiel. I'm still the future, the prophet, the Hebrew. It's a hit, run it back like the sequel. I'm in the trench talking rap with the people. Thought I would friend come my name like the Beatles. We the 7, how I'm finna reach you. I'm a vessel, she like me, I'm special. I told her we both finna work on our patience. I needed time to get back to the basics. Put on off-white, baby, these are not Asics. I'm getting dressed with more cheese than a Caesar. Up 20 bands, I put 5 in the savings. I'm slinging rock, get them dropped like I'm David. I cut the paper with scissors to bait them. Yeah. The style is never debated. It's more official to say you got stripes. It's more attention than line about your phases. You get a kick out of reading the hype. I made a hit out of trying to persuade them. It was safe when I cover my bases. Not from Atlanta, but I'm still the bravest.
But it's full course, 4 seasons. I just came back like I'm Jesus. This is a pledge of allegiance. Had to see it to receive it. Lifestyle against species. Even if we got agreements, still be pledging allegiance. Still be pledging a.
I might just drop a whole lot of music, run the numbers up. I might just do it just to turn the summer up. I might just do it just to be your favorite rap. I might not do it though, cause that don't even matter. I might be independent to my last hour. I might just do it just so I can keep my mask. I might just do it just to keep my publishing. I might just keep on doing it cause I'm loving it. Might take the label check and come for dealership. For all the days that I was broke and couldn't afford a whip. Might do it just to thrill them like a Michael Jackson. Might do it just so I can kill them with the passion. If you from where I'm from and you lived in it, let me see your hands in the sky if you feeling it. And even if you not, don't get belligerent. I might have did it just to show you that we not that different. God forgive my enemies, but truthfully they don't know no better. I might do it just to bring the streets together. Do it, bring the people in the folk together. We've been killing long enough, let's try and eat together. I might run a check and buy a charter school. Change the name and turn it to my daughter's school. I might just do it so they can see a king walk. I might just say so they can hear King talk. You might want to post this to your timeline. Whole world tuned into it like it's prime time. I might just do it, feel like it's our time. Feel like I'm posted in the paint and I'm on LeBron time. I might do it because I know that God got me. I might do it because I know only God can stop me. I might do it because I know my hood got me. I might do it. I might do it. I blessing. I might put the mic down, run for president. Put all my day one homies in my cabinet. For all the days that we ain't had nothing in our cabinets. I might do like Rose said and go and buy the block. I might pick my iPhone up and buy some Apple stock. And eat up all the rappers when their albums drop. I might do it. I might do it.